Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? From the 6. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Working from the gun. Wentz. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught at the 20. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Into the red zone, Wentz. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. From 19 yards away. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. Well, that's how they envisioned to get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Allen now on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He's got a man complete. Give him 32 on the play.
It's a gain of 30.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he's got this down to the 35. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They fake the give. Now Wentz. And this will be caught by Mooney. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
A gain of 13. It's 3rd down and 6.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Nothing.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
A 48-yard attempt.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes.
A loss of 11.
Well, on some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Down at the line of scrimmage.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Jordan Berry.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to...
And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense, pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
Let's go. 79. 57's the mark.
And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
The tackle made.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
48-yard line. It's a gain of 3. First down, Pittsburgh.
Play action. Now it's Allen. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. A good rally to the football. Keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
At the 47-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. Throwing deep for Galladay. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC. Defensive player of the week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention, but sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally.
And that's caught at the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
For the extra point.
Well, This is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. Allen from the gun on third down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Number 36.
It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
First down, Steelers.
Throwing now is Allen. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
Number 36.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
2nd and 2 at the 42-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Allen. He's going to fire one deep left. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It's a gain of 34. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Not much there, only a yard. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 23-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. Flushed out right. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Intended for Kenny.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Third down and 9 yards to go.
Allen to throw once more. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. A final shot before half for Allen. And my goodness, this is incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Play action. Now Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. Incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
Miami Dolphin. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now a play fake. Wentz. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Watkins, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 17. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Wentz going to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. So certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, they'll try to run it. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Allen. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Complete to number 30.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
1st down, Pittsburgh.
Operating from the gun, Allen. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
At the 38-yard line.
On play action, Allen. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First down, Steelers.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Allen. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
At the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Allen off the play fake. Escaping the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 29. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Intercepted.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. On play action, Wentz. And that will be incomplete. Jair Alexander that time able to knock that one away.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. This is taken around the 12. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Back now in Miami. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen throwing deep for Galladay. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. There defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the gun, Allen. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards.
And the Steelers
1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
40-yard line.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And Hunt is not going to get there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Working from the gun, Wentz. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Darnell Mooney, the target there. But it'll be 2nd down.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. The Dolphins on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Wentz to throw. They'll go screen here to Hunt, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
They run for it with Hunt, and he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Allen now looks to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
8-yard pickup.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Allen. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. And my goodness, another interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Taken down at
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
15-yard line.
Let's get it. Here we go. Waiting. 50 seconds to life. They're not ready for this, man.
On play action, it's Wentz. Flush to his right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3.
The tackle made at his own 5-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line.
36 on the carry.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Justin Reed. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and they did it in shutout fashion.